Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to Stephanie and Evelyn for singing our national anthem. I think for now you probably can sit back down, relax, and we'll move along a little bit. I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors for tonight's event. They're on the back of your brochure if you got one. But Global Finishing Solutions, Mayo Clinic Health System, Gunderson Tri-County Hospital and Clinics, Trempealeau County Times, the Arrow Shopper, WHTL, Wisconsin's Heartland 102.3, Hillside PC, and there's an anonymous donor that donated $5,000 matching funds. And because they're anonymous, I can't tell you who it is. I don't even know. Mary won't tell me, so that's a good thing. So let's have a round of applause for all our sponsors, please. We've all gathered this evening because cancer, this terrible destructive disease, continues to affect the lives of those we love. It's something we simply cannot ignore. By the end of this year, 1.6 million people are expected to be newly diagnosed with cancer, and nearly 600,000 will die from cancer. Cancer is the second most common cause of death in the United States, succeeded only by heart disease, and accounts for nearly 1 of every 4 deaths. It's a worthy opponent, to say the least. It's a formidable nature, a resourceful man, or destructive appetite, but it will never have what we have. We have an advantage over cancer because of the generosity of people like you. You have courage, hope, empathy, and determination. Together we can make the greatest impact and save lives, and that's why we're here this evening. When we raise money through the Relay for Life of Trempealeau County, we help the American Cancer Society touch the lives of so many. Those who are currently battling cancer, those who may have faced a diagnosis or may face a diagnosis in the future, and those who may avoid a diagnosis altogether. Today we're here to celebrate all those who have battled cancer, our survivals and the purple t-shirts, to remember loved ones we have lost, and to take action to save lives. Over the next 3 hours, our event will recognize the battle waged around the clock by those facing cancer. It's going to be a wonderful night, so let's get started. This time I'd like to turn the mic over to Mary Johnson, who will introduce our guest speakers this evening.
So welcome to our Relay 2025. We're so glad that you joined us here tonight. We are celebrating 40 years of Relay, and that means we are also celebrating all of you, more birthdays and more hope. In the United States, approximately 40% of people will be diagnosed with cancer sometime in their lifetime, which translates to roughly 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men. Let's take a survey among all of us. Who tonight has cancer 1 to 5 years? Stand up. Who has cancer 6 to 12 years? Who has cancer 13 to 40 years? And 41 to 50 or more? You are all awesome. Let's give everyone a round of applause. So these numbers speak volumes, and we all know someone that's been affected by cancer. But the good news is you're all here, you're all celebrating another year, and we all know the reason we fight back. Thank you all for sharing by standing up. Thank you for coming and supporting each other. I would like to now introduce our speaker, Lisa Marie Pettis. Lisa?
Good evening, and thank you for inviting me to be this year's spokesperson for Relay of Life. I'm Lisa Marie Pettis, and I'm not new to the cancer scene. About 11 years ago, I was a caregiver for my daughter, Jacqueline, who was diagnosed with cervical cancer. Jacqueline's cancer was aggressive, and she battled it for a short 15 months. She passed away the day before Mother's Day in 2015. There were so many emotions when I was told I had endometrial cancer, better known as uterine cancer, January of 2023. Since I was already going to Marshfield Clinic, I chose to continue my journey with them, and they are very amazing people. 2023 brought surgery for a complete hysterectomy, 6 rounds of chemotherapy, 26 rounds of radiation, and 3 rounds of internal radiation. I chose to go through this because I had a 30% chance of the cancer coming back. 2024 started out good until the PET scan showed a mass on my abdomen. Surgery in April removed the mass and 30 rounds of radiation, only to find out the cancer is now in my lymphatic system. It's now 2025, and I'm still doing treatments to keep the cancer at bay. So far, so good. Cancer is different for everyone. It's not how you choose, it's how you choose to handle it. To me, it's not a death sentence. It's just a new challenge that with determination can be overcome. Laughter is still the best medicine, and being positive helps chase the blues away. I have 3 good reasons to keep going. Fighting this horrible disease, my grandsons Carter, Ethan, and Logan. I may have cancer, but cancer doesn't define who I am. Thanks for listening to a small chapter in my life, and thank you again, and God bless.
So next, I would like to talk about the importance of caregivers, the love, the support, and the compassion they provide for us. Well, our caregiver speaker, Laura Leatherberry has gone a step farther. Laura will please join us, and she will tell her story.
Good evening. My name is Laura Leatherberry. I have been invited to talk with you about 3 halos. Maybe something you guys have never heard of because I made it up. What is 3 halos? 3 Halos is a ministry that I created in 2019 when my sister at age 45 was diagnosed with breast cancer. She went through chemo, radiation, surgery, and reconstruction. My sister's cancer journey started with chemo because it needed to shrink her tumor that was 6 centimeters, and it was stuck in her pectoral muscle. Because she was needing to do chemo, it was determined, like most chemo drugs, that she was going to lose her hair. With that being said, she decided she was going to decide when that was going to happen. She decided that she wanted me, of all people, to figure out what to do. I cut her hair instead of letting it fall out. It was a really, really tough day after I shaved her head off, but then I saw my female version of my brother, and that was really weird. My sister had a lot of faith in me that I could take her hair and do something with it. I'm a hairstylist by trade, and I also know how to sew. She wanted me to make something, and I said, I don't know what to do. She doesn't have much hair to work with. It's fine and it's short. So my daughter and my niece offered to cut their hair to add to hers. What a relief. They had gorgeous, thick, long hair. They each donated between 10 and 12 inches of hair. Now, what do I do with all this hair? I have 3 bundles of hair to work with. What am I gonna do? That was quite a challenge. After a couple of hours of staring at the hair on my table, I made the decision of what to do, and I made the first halo. The hair was sewn to fabric, and it was worn under a hat, like this. This is what I came up with. The reason why I made this, like this, is because it's cooler than a wig, and it's not as uncomfortable. My sister had a female cancer, and because she had a female cancer, she goes through hot flashes, and then all of a sudden she's cold, and then 2 seconds later she's hot again, where a wig doesn't usually work out for her. This hair was donated by Amaya and Rachel. So 2 different people came in and donated their hair to make this halo. This is natural hair. That's not something you see in a wig. Usually they're made out of plastic. So with my sister and all of her allergies and all of her hot flashes, this was our best scenario. My goal was to make something that made her look and feel like herself. Cancer took her hair, but I gave it back. My sister's story started in 2019. And that has been, now she's in remission and has been doing well since then. As I was driving to my daughter's house shortly after in October of 19, God told me, you need to share this. And of course I said, no, I don't have time for that. But I decided I did not want to get swallowed up like Jonah and the whale. So I said, okay, I'll see what I can do. Lo and behold, 5 years later, 3 Halos has helped cancer patients in Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, and all the way over in the Philippines. This ministry is a partnership with my surrounding community of Vernon County, La Crosse County, Richland County, and all around the Viroqua area. People who donate their hair through my salon, they come in, they cut their hair, I take it home, and I make the halo that I showed you. The people that donate their hair donate to strangers. They don't know who they are. They donate for friends and they donate for family. Without the generosity of others, I could not be making a halo. I have a dear friend who also donates all of her time and makes the hats that people get when they get a halo. 3 halos started with 3 people. My sister Amy, my daughter Carly, and my niece Lexi. But 3 halos means more than that. Faith, hope, and love. Faith in God to be by your side through your journey with cancer. Hope for a better tomorrow, and love, sharing love with others and supporting them through their journey with cancer. But the greatest of these is love. Supporting others through cancer shows something that only you can give. If you are a cancer patient currently or a survivor, can you please stand? I ask that you live by faith, hope, and love. And all of those who are supporting these people, people that are friends, people that are family, that help support all of our cancer survivors and patients, can you please stand? And I ask that you also be that person, be the person to show your family and your friend faith, hope, and love. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. One other thing I want to comment is that people don't realize how much your hair is a part of you until you don't have it. So for these women and some men who lose their hair to chemo and treatments, it's like losing a part of themselves. So the job she's doing is wonderful. Thank you, Laura.
Next, we'll begin our celebration or celebrate ceremony. We celebrate those who are either in the midst of cancer or who have had cancer and are still with us. And we ask the survivors to come down to the gym floor. We're going to take a picture?
After.
Oh, we'll do a picture after we do the lap. So come on down. We're going to be. Well, yeah, we can just, we're gonna follow them. So whichever direction they go, that's where we will go. We also are gonna have royalty here tonight will have a banner and will follow behind. So, and those of you that are left on the sidelines, we ask you to cheer on and encourage the survivors. And after the first lap, we'll keep walking, and we'd ask the caregivers to join in after that first lap. So then after the second lap, we'll do a unity lap, so that anybody that is here that would like to be in unity with all the folks that are a part of cancer at this point, please come out and take a lap. And then we ask that you continue to stick around, and we've got bucket raffles over there, we've got silent auction over here, we've got a number of things along this wall that our fundraising, yes, Luminaria, thank you, Mary. Mary's in charge of that too. And all of our Luminaria bags are here on the tables tonight. We can't light candles in them in the gym. They won't let us do it. We tried and tried, but they won't let us do it. So they're out here, and please feel free during, in between ceremonies and the end of the evening, come over and take a look and see all the people either in honor of those who are still fighting or in memory of those we have lost. So again, we appreciate you coming, and ask the survivors to come out and form up behind the survivor banner.
If the caregivers would like to come and join in with your survivor, you can walk with them. Walk. If anyone else wants to join in, you may join in.
You want us to do the survivor one? Should we just stop?
Try to get a picture of the survivors, and Erica's going to take the pictures.
You go up there. I can't get down. It's an auto. It's an auto? Okay, one more over this way.
Oh, that looks pretty good. Smooth it with your finger, Macy. Okay, now you need black.
Yep.
So we have what going on here right now?
I'm painting a pink ribbon on her face.
And where are you young ladies from?
We're from ACS.
And is this the ACS court?
Yep. I'm the second princess. She's the first princess, and she's the queen.
And what is your name?
My name's Briley Nimitz.
And what is your name, young lady?
My name is Grace Breska.
And then I've got to kind of turn this way. And you are?
Macy Lukey.
And you gals are busy doing what?
Face painting.
Yay! An angel? Well, angels and princesses are kind of real still and smile. And what is your name?
Jocelyn Lutke.
And you just got painted.
I did.
And you have to introduce yourself.
I'm Val Shorbon, and I have volunteered as team captain, committee member, well, team captain probably for 18 years, maybe more. And on the committee, I don't know, it was a good 10, maybe 15 years. And I work with the survivors. I keep an up-to-date listing of the survivors. And in the olden days, American Cancer Society gave us free T-shirts for them. It doesn't work that way anymore. But anyway, but it's okay. So, and it's beautiful outside, so I hope everybody comes down and enjoys themselves.
Well, fabulous. Thank you for your hard work for this very important cause.
Well, it's a year-long process.
Hello, I am Morgan Jarowski. I'm this year's Miss Whitehall.
Hello, I'm Adriana Hemingway, and I'm
This year's first attendant. Today we are at the Relay for Life. We are going to help pass out flyers. We're going to walk with the banner and hopefully face paint. Yep, we'll see about that though.
This is the basket raffle. Our team, the Campfire Crusaders, sponsors this one. We get donations, or we donate prizes. We make baskets out of them, and then we offer people tickets, and they can put them in their corresponding bucket. And then in the end of the night, we will draw a number, and the winner of that particular basket, if their number is drawn, they go home with the basket.
That sounds like such a blast, and you've got such an eclectic group of prizes here.
We've got quite a variety.
And now, what is your name?
My name is Ann Mimietz.
And where do you hail from, Ann?
Well, originally I hail from Whitehall, but I live in Independence right now.
And cancer has touched your and your family's life in a variety of ways, has it not?
Very many ways. Too many have been touched in my family by cancer.
And that makes this event that much more special because we remember the people who have passed.
We remember the people who passed, and we are trying to raise money for research so that others don't have to go through this terrible, terrible disease. It is so widespread, and it affects so many different people in so many different ways that they need all the help they can get with the research.
And how many years, Ann, have you been involved in this important effort?
I really don't know for sure, but I'm sure it's probably at least 15 or 20.
Boy, somebody drinks a lot of coffee.
It's been a many years and many people's collection.
I'm Marnie Anderson.
And I'm Mary Johnson, and we are the Luminaria ladies. We do all the luminarias you can see out there. They're $5 a bag, and you buy them in either memory of someone that's passed away from cancer or in honor of someone living with cancer. This is the American Cancer Society Relay for Life, and we are making money to fight cancer.
For research is a big part
research,
of it.
and we are also doing awareness.
Yes.
And that's more important than any time and ever because of the proposed federal budget cuts, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, but it might be and it might not. We'll see.
Cancer
Research is very important, and we have to support it.
Saved many lives over the decades since they've really dug into it.
That's right.
When I look at what used to happen and what happens now, yeah, how many lives have changed and how much longer people can live with cancer than they ever could before.
Well, fabulous, ladies. I know this doesn't take any amount of time to organize.
No.
Or does it take a few minutes?
A few minutes, quite a few minutes.
And
Yes.
when do you typically start planning the event?
Day after this one's done?
Pretty much. Well, actually, before it's
Well,
done.
actually, before it's done, because you see different things and you think, oh, I should have did this or I should have did that, you know. So it's a never-ending planning, right? And cancer
Come
touches
on up,
everyone.
yep.
It doesn't discriminate.
Even if you don't have it, I know you know someone who has either lost someone from cancer or they're surviving with cancer. It's everywhere.
I should have paid better attention in my art class.
Yeah, you should.